Hooray. 2-3, we're going to talk about solving, solving, solving. I like solving. Solving. Huh? You've been solving for many moons of your life. Okay. Many, many moons. Oh, there we go. Should we just start easy? We'll start easy. Okay, so this time we have an equation actually, but it's really no different than the previous example. We got to get a what? Common denominator. That's what we need. Okay. So, with that being said, who is my common denominator for this whole thing? I want everything to look like a 4x. Does everybody see that? Can I make everything become a 4x? Yes. What does this guy want? 4. What does this guy want? X. What does this guy want? 2. What does this guy want? 2x. So now I have one common denominator on the left, correct? Okay, so that is 20 plus x equals, everything over here is the same, it's all 4x, is it not on the denominator? So this is 6 minus 6x. Is everybody there with me? Okay, what do we notice right now? Our denominators are the same. So therefore, if our denominators are the same, our numerators have to equal each other, don't they? Okay, so I'm going to now kind of ignore him, the bottom, because they're the same. So basically, all I want to say now is, when does 20 plus x equal 6 minus 6x? Okay? When does that happen? I need to go ahead and add the 6, subtract the 20 maybe, right? So I get 7x equals negative 14. X equals who? Boom. Okay? Yes, sir. You just set the tops equal to each other. Another way to do it is get everything on one side, and so then you're equal to 0. Let me just keep going from here. I'll go from this spot, and I'll show you from there. Okay? So if I was at that spot, I was at 20 plus x over 4x, and then what was it again? 6 minus 6x? Yeah. I'm going to get everything on one side. Everybody there? Okay. Now because I have a common denominator, I can just combine like terms, correct? Yes, no? 20 minus 6 is 14. X minus a minus 6x is 7x over 4x equals 0. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when does a fraction equal 0? Not when x is 0. Not always. When the numerator is 0. Whenever you're at this stage, I just set the numerator, which is the top, equal to 0. Because that's when a fraction becomes 0, is when the numerator is 0. So I subtract that over. Same result. Now, we need to be careful. What could x not be at the beginning of this problem? Would be my excluded value. Oh, it could be 4. Negative 4 could still be him. Let's go back up and see. Let's look right here. I only have x's down here, right? So I want to know when this guy is 0, so that's 0, right? 0, 0. I can't let him be 0. If he's 0, that makes it undefined, right? So what if your answer comes out to be 0? Cause a strenuous solution, and hopefully we'll find one of those in one of our examples. Okay? You guys ready to rock and roll for a harder one? Yeah! Let's jump on Crazy Train. Like with Ozzy Osbourne. I've heard about him. Okay, what's our first thing? Get a common denominator, so therefore I need to factor like a tractor. Me and factoring are best friends. By the way, I lost to a girl today in Lego. Oh my hell, she beat me. I beat her the first time. And then I slowly, was it not slow? It was like, oh, I'm like, she's gonna freaking beat me. I couldn't get it. It was awesome though. Sage Beerson? I don't know if that's her last name. She's on the volleyball team. She did. The first time I wailed on her, I just like, bam! Hey, everybody understand why I did that? Now I'm going to go here. Factors of 2 that get me to 1 is z minus 2, or plus 2. Those are z's, they're crossed. Guys, how many of you guys really thought that was a 7? If so, oh my hell. Can I ask you a question? Junior, do you play soccer? Good. Do you play soccer? That makes a lot of sense. Braden, I can understand. Those are z's. That's a z squared plus z minus 2, so that's a z plus 2. Yes. I thought they were looking good. Factors of 6 that get me to 5, z plus 2, z plus 3. Okay, so this guy's got a lot of stuff. Let's write down what should be our common denominator. So I'm just going to do one common bar over here. But I need a z plus 3, a z minus 1, and a z plus 2. Does everybody see that would be my common denominator for the whole thing? Once again, that's trying to get everybody to be the same, right? Keeping up with the Joneses, right? Equals 1 over z plus 2, z plus 3, and z minus 1. But I have to ask, what is this guy missing out of the common denominator, the far left? What is he missing? He's missing the z plus 2. So therefore, I'm going to times the top by z plus 2. What is the middle guy missing? Z plus 3. Give me 1 second, guys. How about the far right? Z minus 1. Who are we going to shout out to? I will now. So I have 5z plus 10. Right? Is everybody there with me? No? Negative 3 with a z. Plus a 9. Or a minus a 9. Ooh, that was a close one. I caught myself. Because I got, once again, distributing the negative through. Deb, you got to work on that because I'm thinking that's kind of one of your hoods. Who gets a salted nut roll that's not a king size? They're about the same damn price. But I like them. I love a nice nut roll. 1 free fresh baked cookie at ProStart. What does this side want? he gets a z minus 1. Okay, so now what am I going to do? I am going to combine like terms, right? 2z plus 1. Notice, and because I already have a common denominator, I'm going to skip a step and just go write the common denominators because that's when the numerators equal each other because the denominators are already the same, correct? Yes? No? So I'm going to subtract the z over, subtract the 1. I get z equals -2. Again. Not that every answer is going to come out to be -2. So I chose to subtract this z over and subtract that 1. So -1. You with me on that? Okay. Good job, Kate. Okay. But guess what? I can't be that number. Why? Z plus 2 is in my denominator. So if I plug in -2, that would make it what? 0 in my denominator, which makes it undefined. This is called an extraneous solution. Yep, so you just, there's no answer. Z cannot equal that. So it's an extraneous solution. Sometimes, most of the time when you have extraneous solutions, they come from when you're factoring and you get multiple answers, right? For that, and one of them might be. I don't know. They'll have maybe an empty set. They could have that. Or they might just say, what are possibilities for an extraneous solution? Equals 0 in my denominator. So therefore, yes, we solved, and that's what it should equal to get the top equal to each other, right? But with that being said, I can't be that value because of excluded value, right? I cannot be that. How was that one? Overall, pretty good? It was a little bit longer, but long doesn't mean tough. All right. Really, guys, this is what you're doing today. So, let's do this last one right here. Did you get that question right? Those are W's. Hey, you guys are just all horrible souls. Not you, though, because you're wearing on. I really think I'm not doing too shabby. Okay, here we go. So, what would be the common denominator that everybody wants? W minus 1, W plus 1, and a W. Oh, never mind. Damn the man. W, I swear there was a plus in there. W and W minus 1. Let me make sure I wrote this down before we start. Yep, I did that. So what does this guy want? He wants a W, like George W. What does this guy want? He wants a W minus 1. And this guy is W. I'm raising the eyebrow. I'm not very good at them. Here we go. So what's my common denominator on both sides? W minus 1. Because that, I can just, after I get this done, set them equal to each other, correct? You guys agree? Okay, so I get W squared plus 3W plus W squared plus 4W minus 5. Then you might want to go up now. Thank you for having a great day. Yeah. Hip, hip, hooray! I love them. You put nice garlic in those eggs. Garlicky salt. 4W. Just notice I have W squared minus W plus 5W minus W plus 5W. You guys are all killing me. You have a great day. 2W squared plus 7W minus 5 equals 3W squared plus W. Devin, you're killing me. Breathe. Okay, everything on one side, everything on one side. I like to have my W squared positive, so I'm going to get everything on the right side. That's just me, Mr. Roberts. Could you do other things? Sure. Subtracting the 2W over, subtracting the 7W from W, that's left me with 6W, adding the 5. Then what we're going to do, if you could, I'm going to factor. This is W minus 5, W minus 1. So W equals 5 and 1. Is there any extraneous solutions? 1 is, right, Matt? Because I can't be 1. So he's gone, so there's your answer. Okay? Any questions? What's the goal? Let's talk about what's the steps that we do today. 1, common denominator, right? The whole thing. When you get to the common denominator, set the numerators equal to each other. And then it's just basic solving. Okay? Really quite simple. Doing a lot of everything you've already done before. A lot of review from last time, huh? Getting common denominators, working them on the one side, then equaling them to each other. For the fact of the matter is when two fractions equal each other, their numerator should equal their denominator equals to their numerator, right? Okay. Any questions? Everybody has a review? Where's the answers to the review? On the website. Can you get help if necessary? Yes, you may get help necessarily. How's those enchiladas?